Alright folks, this has been Pitching Ace 88, and we are back. Playing Criminal Case on Facebook, case number 42, first case of Maple Heights, the Rich District. Well, anyways guys, let's head on to chapter 2. Truth Serum, yep. This isn't a spy movie. All I know is that when I was sewing your victim back up, I noticed a small puncture wound in his neck. That's when I caught on to it. So our victim was murdered by swallowing razor blades before a cake. So what could the killer possibly have wanted him to say beforehand? Well, that's for you to find out. But this could help. I found some microscopic dirt particles inside the syringe puncture wound. I asked Grace to analyze these dirt patches, and she confirmed that this type of soil can only be found at the entrance of the Maple Heights Bridge. Great. Are you ready, Ace? It's time to go truth searching. Hold up a second. The chief wants to see you in his office, Inspector Ace. He says it's urgent. Inspector Ace, the press has got wind of the murder at the mayor's campaign lunch party. It's caused a frenzy. They smell a huge story. The mayor is in a state like I've never seen before. You better go see him and reassure him that this will all be over soon. We're on it, Chief. Well, Major Ace, do you want to inspect the bridge or talk to our friend the mayor first? Talk to the mayor first, get over with. We have plenty of stars. Inspector Ace, please excuse my attire, but tennis is important for me to remain stress-free, especially now more than ever. There's something you should know. During my party, Jerry told me he wasn't going to support me this time around because of some trivial disagreement. But if the press ever learnt of this, speculations and accusations would run rampant and could irreparably damage my campaign. I'm beginning to suspect someone killed Jerry to harm my campaign. After all, in a place like Maple Heights, to destroy someone, you only need to destroy their reputation. I believe in you, Inspector Ace, and I trust you will catch this killer like you always do, but I do beg you to hurry. My career depends on it. You're right, Ace. From an objective point of view, the mayor has a strong murder motive. Jerry wasn't going to support his re-election campaign, but we can't go around suspecting the mayor of the city without any proof. What do you say we go search the garden party for more evidence, Ace? I agree. Let's see what we can find here, guys. Heart. Parachute. Let's see. Parachute. Ladder. Book. Cement bag. Bottle. Oh, truth serum. Interesting. Ooh, the Machiavelli. Nice. Excellent work, Ace. It looks like you found the truth serum bottle that was used on our victim. Are you ready to search it for more clues? And look at this book, The Prince. Not only is it what our killer reads, but it's been filled up with our victim's signature. How creepy is that? Well, good idea, Ace. We should test it for prints in order to figure out who it belongs to. I like it. How many? 2. Nice. We can do this. Way to go, Ace. You managed to recover some of the kind of telltale substance from that bottle of truth serum the killer used on our victim. Time to send it to Grace. "15 minutes. Nice. Alright. Not horrible. Good job, Ace. You managed to recover a perfect set of prints from that book we found. Now let's send these prints to Alec to figure out who on earth could cover this book with our victim's signature. 6 hours. Anyways, let's see what we can do at the banquet. Old phone. Top hat. Right here. Shredded paper. Folding screen. Oh, right here. I see the lion. I see the bowl. Nice, 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 nice. So you think we should sift that bowl of election campaign giveaways? Well, you got my vote, Ace. What about this torn note? Would you mind piecing it back together in the trash? I'm joking, of course. Would you mind piecing it back together? Jonesy. So funny, Jonesy. Nice lollipops, dude. So what'd you find in that bowl of election campaign giveaways, Ace? A test tube? Huh, I was expecting anything but that. There seem to be 2 human hairs in the tube. Weird. Well, the only way to solve this mystery is by sending it to Grace. You're right. Oh, 12 hours, okay. Huh. Gosh, that looks close. Man, a lot of these things look close. Uh-oh. Nicely done, H. Put back together that torn note you found in the garden party in record time. It reads, "This is my last warning, Jerry. I will not hesitate to do whatever it takes to protect my family." And it's signed by a certain Serena Johnson. Wait a second, that's Mayor Johnson's mother. And why on earth would she be threatening our victim? You're right, Ace. I think it's high time we meet the mayor's mother. I just hope she isn't as menacing in real life as she is in her letters. She looks pretty scary. Hello, Mrs. Johnson. We're sorry to bother you, but Inspector Ace found a note in which you wrote to Jerry Bigwell. And, well, in the note you were threatening him. And, well, he's been murdered, and with all due respect, whether you're the mayor's mother or not, this makes you a suspect, and we need you to cooperate. Oh, very well. Ever since Jerry's been the owner of the club, he's been like a parasite, feeding off all the powerful men of Maple Heights. Now, he happened to overhear something trivial my son said, but it was enough to potentially ruin my son's career. All I did was warn Jerry to keep quiet. Just like any mother, I place family above all else. Funnily enough, that's not a word. Machiavelli suggests the same thing. It's a simple matter of survival. I lent my copy of The Prince to Mitchell, and believe it or not, he never gave it back. But you should read it, Inspector Jones. You could use a bit of education. Interesting. Wow, you do not want to mess with Mrs. Johnson. I wonder how far she's prepared to go to make sure nobody gets in the way of her son's campaign. Yeah, you're right. We should keep this between ourselves for now. Alright guys, well I am gonna wait probably 6 hours and I'm gonna grab a couple more stars. I'll see you guys back here. See you guys in a little bit. Ciao. Alright, let's get some results. First of all, congratulations on your promotion, Ace. We're all so proud of you. Now, about that substance you recovered from the truth serum bottle used by the killer. It's composed of molecules conjugated with carbonyl groups. Basically, these molecules are designed to block high-energy ultraviolet rays. In simple words, the substance used by the killer is sunscreen. Wow. It's very convoluted. Analyze these fingerprints. I checked out those prints Ace recovered from that book, The Prince, and they belong to a certain Adam Bentley. And listen, I tried to dig up his past, but it came up blank. Huh, so you're telling us he doesn't exist? More likely he's just stayed under the radar until now, but he seems to be doing pretty well for himself. I mean, he's an up-and-coming socialite. Who covered the book with our victim's signature? About that, I've seen this practice before with people learning the art of forgery. If you ask me, you better watch out for this guy. I think that he's going to be a little bit like the Great Gatsby. That's just what it sounds like. He sounds like Gatsby. Can we talk to him? Yeah. Adam Bentley, Inspector Ace found a book of yours, The Prince, which you filled up by copying Jerry Bigwell's signature. Care to explain? Well, yes, certainly, officers. I'm an amateur calligrapher, and I admire Jerry's handwriting. I was just practicing his penmanship. Well, if that you ask us, you were practicing forging his name. No, wait. Let's stay calm here. I know you're looking for a killer who has read The Prince. I've read it. But so has the mayor. How do you know that? The mayor's my good friend and tennis partner. He also invited me to his garden party where Jerry died. It was tragic, and I hope it doesn't harm the mayor's bid for re-election. Ooh, the plot thickens. Ugh, I can't explain why exactly, but Adam gives me the creeps. You're right, Ace. We should keep a sharp eye on him, but preferably from a distance. Heck yeah. Well, nothing added, so it's going to be, the rest of the 6 hours is going to finish off this chapter. So I'll see you guys in a little bit. Ciao. Alright, folks. Let's finish this off. Hopefully finish off Chapter 2. I analyzed the 2 hair strands that were in the test tube you found, Ace, and I can confirm one of the hairs belongs to your victim. And who does the second hair belong to? I don't know yet, but the hairs are from 2 different people, and yet they share the same DNA, which means the second hair belongs to one of your victim's relatives. Now, if you ask me, the only reason you put 2 strands of DNA in a test tube is to carry out a paternity test. Thing is, your victim doesn't have any recognized child. Oh, so you're saying that someone was trying to prove that Jerry was their father. Or Jerry was trying to prove the child wasn't his. I'm still trying to identify the name of the child, but the DNA identification is going to take a few more days. Days? Why don't you hand over the child's DNA to Ace? I'm certain the process will be reduced to a few minutes. I love how he's like, you can just give it to me, and I'll fix it. It's like, well, why don't I do everything then? And it only takes stars instead of tons and tons of time. Anyways. There we go. Oh, this is a total guess. Yep. Because I knew I was going to get 8 anyways. Ah, I knew it. Yeah, incredible, Ace. Thanks to the sample of DNA from the test tube, you managed to identify the name of our victim's illegitimate child. What the heck? If you're right, it means that Kiko Tanaka is our victim's child. We already know she made the cake in which the razor blades were hidden, and now this. Let's go talk to her and have the handcuffs ready. Slow down, Jones. Only Chapter 2. Only Chapter 2. Akiko, thanks to a DNA test, Inspector Ace just found out you're the victim's child. Why'd you keep it a secret? Because it was never proven, till now. My mother met Jerry when she was a hotel maid. He wooed her by promising her a better life, and she fell for it. When she finally realized she was pregnant, she told Jerry, but he threw her out of his office and called her a lying bleep. I watched Mother struggle all her life to raise me alone. She never married or met anyone else. She never trusted men after Jerry. She died 5 years ago, and ever since I vowed to hunt down the man who ruined my mom's life and make him admit the truth so my mom would want to hear. But when I saw him dead, I suddenly realized that he wasn't worth all those years of hatred. He was just a stranger to me, and I want to keep it that way. Yeah, I feel sorry for Akiko. She was forced to share in her mother's torment about Jerry, and now after all these years, he dies before she could even confront him? Yeah, but you're right, Ace. We can't allow ourselves to be swayed by emotion. She's still a solid suspect with a strong murder motive. Later at the station. Ace, if we don't solve this case soon, the chief and the mayor will have our blood. But every suspect is more suspicious than the last. There's Serena, who seemingly will do anything to protect her son. And talking about children, there's Akiko, who could have sought revenge on Jerry for abandoning her and her mom. And then there's Mitchell and that creep Adam Bentley, who... Inspector Ace, you're never going to believe this. Your victim was spotted walking into his club. What? I don't know what they're talking about. But anyways, guys, stay tuned for Chapter 3. The plot is thickening.